Good afternoon and welcome to the commencement ceremony for IBEAR 31. We are pretty proud of this group of students.
Thanks, Dean Ellis. Welcome and thank you very much for coming. It's great to see you. Srinath Pendyala, our commencement speaker tonight, is a 10%er. He has been our friend since he entered IBEAR 10. He had come to us from India and just missed working for McKinsey after many levels of interviews. He was in the final round, and as a foreign national that didn't have a U.S. working permit, and we were so proud of him making it to that level. McKinsey always used to say that they hired only from certain other universities, and now we've had, I think it's 4 IBEAR graduates working for McKinsey as a consulting firm. However, Pendy went on to work for the CEO of Seiko Instruments U.S. subsidiary and led its effort to develop, manufacture, and sell the first Seiko Instruments product developed and launched outside of Japan, the Smart Label Printer. People my age, that means old, will remember seeing the first Smart Label printers on the shelves of Office Depot or Staples and the likes all over the country and all over the world. Pendy was most recently in charge of moving HP's inkjet printer business to Shanghai. He is here with his spouse, Shobana, and his daughter and son, Sitara and Praveen. We want to thank them for allowing your father and husband to be with us here tonight. And we welcome Srinath Pendyala to the podium. Thank you.
Thanks, Jack, for those generous comments. Dean Ellis, Dr. Lewis, Dr. Drobnik, distinguished faculty, and committed IBEAR staff. Thank you for the privilege of sharing this special moment with the graduating class of IBEAR 31, along with your supportive families and friends. My feeling of elation after receiving Dr. Lewis's invitation soon gave way to worrying about what I'm going to say to this well-educated, experienced, and globally savvy folks like you. So what's my theme going to be for this evening? After a lot of thought, I decided against giving gyan, which is the Anglo-Sanskrit slang for espousing wisdom on a specific topic or two. Instead, I thought I would share some random thoughts from my career and life with the hope that you'll recognize parallels with your experiences either now or in the future and be better prepared to deal with the inevitable opportunities and challenges that lie ahead. So here comes random thought number 1. The value of optimism and perseverance. You need to be optimistic to persevere, and you need to persevere to remain optimistic. Let me give you a small example that I often recall when faced with challenges. I was working for Seiko Instruments and at that time held an Indian passport, which meant getting visas to almost any country I traveled to. And boy, did I travel. My admin and I had the routine down to get these visas. So one fine morning around 9 a.m., I was getting ready to leave for nearby San Jose airport when I realized my Japanese visa had expired. I was on a trip to attend a very important meeting that I could ill afford to miss, and my flight was leaving at 12:15. For a couple of seconds, I felt like a lightning had struck me. Then I called my admin and asked her to keep the papers ready for me to get the visa. I would drop in, take the papers, and head to the consulate in San Francisco, which was at least an hour away in the wrong direction. The thoughtful lady that she was, she asked me to what date she wanted my flight changed to. And I told her I intended to fly out that day. She murmured that it would take a miracle for me to make that flight. So soon I was cruising down 101 and reached the consulate window 2 minutes after 11 a.m. when they stopped giving visas till 1 p.m. I begged the lady to give me a visa as my flight was leaving at 12:15. She told me only this time. I said sure and thanked her. On my way back, my exit was blocked by a tractor trailer and later on by a FedEx truck on a one-way street. And then I was tearing down 101 when a California highway patrol car pulled up alongside me, and all I could do was smile at the cop. She passed me and pulled over the truck ahead of me. I reached San Jose Airport a couple of minutes after noon, panicked and ran in the wrong direction. I quickly gathered my wits and headed to the terminal. I made it to the gate and the door shut right after me. The next couple of minutes, I was touching the armrest to make sure that this was for real. When I reached Tokyo, a one-line fax from my admin read, "I never believed in miracles until now." There were many instances that day when I could have aborted my pursuit and could easily have proven that miracles don't happen. Now expand the timeline of such a small example and you'll see how you can conquer seemingly impossible odds. Random thought number 2, creating your luck. It is great to be lucky and take it when you can. But quite often what appears to be luck is something you might have created by design or otherwise. When I graduated from the IBEAR program, I started working in August as a consultant, a euphemism for a $15 an hour temp worker in Seiko. In mid-September, I was offered a regular position as a product manager. As per company rules, my medical coverage would start on the first of the following month. That's October 1st. My wife was pregnant with our first child, and the delivery date was October 4th. I had always been skeptical of forecasts, so I asked the VP of HR if there was any way the coverage could start on September 1st. He recalled that I was on the payroll as a temp and justified that start date. As luck should have it, my son was born on September 30th. I could write this off to luck or to anticipating a miss in the forecast. An even better example is from sport. King Pele wasn't lucky when he executed the first scissors kick to score a goal in soccer. He had anticipated that opportunity to come along sometime in some game and had practiced countless times to make that kick. So random thought number 3, life and work is about creating unfair advantages. Quite often, we do not recognize the unique strengths we have as an individual or a company and fail to build on that strength. Seek out that strength and take full advantage of it to the extent that your competition can only shake their head. Even in a large company like HP, it is easy for one division to forget their true clout by looking narrowly at their own business instead of looking at the business opportunity for a partner across multiple businesses of HP. It does not mean you create a bureaucracy or centralize activities. It is amazing how articulating the combined scale of business can make a difference in your negotiations. For example, when we worked with a large internet service provider known for tough negotiations, they would divide and conquer HP by having better communications between their organizations. When we realized what was happening and started collaborating on a timely basis across our businesses, we not only neutralized their advantage, but went a step ahead in creating more beneficial deals for HP. At Seiko Instruments, the mere mention that Seiko Instruments and Seiko Epson are sister companies got us significant breaks in advertising rates from 10 of 11 publications that we used. Now, unfair advantage is not just based on scale. A smaller company can use their agility and greater customer insight to run circles around a larger competitor that takes more time to react.